Hello, everyone. I'm Yamino, the artist of Sister Claire, and I am joined tonight by...
The one, the only, the incredible, the indelible Ash Barnes. I write the missing moments, and I help Eleanor write the comic.
And tonight we're going to be working on some more tea tins, and these are a little bit different because they are especially special to some people that are in the chat right now.
Wait, let's make sure they're actually there.
I think at least one of them is there.
Well, the one that should be here is... Hang on.
Summon her at once. Now, which missing moment is the character in? Which one am I looking for?
Oh, you want me to find it for you?
No, just tell me so I can look it up. I have to open it on my computer for reference.
Sisters.
Oh. Is that the most recent appearance?
No.
Or where is the most recent appearance with the umbrella? Don't remember.
Crap. That's in The Queen's Lament.
Lamento della Regina. There it is. Voila! Today's tea is featuring Pedro. Now, it was a little bit of a challenge. I talked with Lara, who is the creator of Pedro, about what sort of flavors would be in a Pedro tea, because she was like, but he doesn't like tea. And I was like, yeah, but I don't think Grimm likes tea. It's not so much about what they would want to drink, but what flavors embody the character, or smells and associations and things. It's a very kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? What? It's a very airy-fairy kind of art, trying to associate smells and flavors with a character. But so Pedro is from Brazil, and I'm sorry, Lara, I can't remember exactly where in Brazil he's supposed to be from, but it's a tropical place. So I was like, how about some tropical flavors, like coconut and stuff? And he also really likes coffee. So I thought, what about the tea equivalent of coffee would be mate, and that's actually a Brazilian kind of tea, so that's very fitting for him. So he's going to have a mocha nut mate tea. Oh, I also have another question for Lara.
She's not there yet.
She's not here!
She's having problems with her internet.
Oh, no! Well, she'll be watching this later, so she'll get to hear my distress. I need a color for Pedro. I need a color identifier for him. Maybe I'll start sketching, and in the meantime, she can tell me what she thinks. I also wonder what kind of tea mug would he hold. Would it be one that Louisa made for him? It could look really kind of misshapen. Louisa is his daughter. How old is she?
It depends on when in the story. I think right now in the current timeline, she's still pretty young.
So young enough to make him a misshapen mug?
Of course.
Okay.
Perfect.
I mean, technically, you don't have to be any particular age to make a really ugly mug. But
You're right. If I tried to make one, it would be terrible. Lara's here.
Hello, Lara.
Hello.
So I don't know how long you've been here for the discussion, but we're trying to figure out what's a character color for Pedro and what kind of mug would he be holding. I don't know about the color, but I was going to suggest that maybe the mug is handmade by Louisa, so it can be a little bit frumpy looking.
A little bit child rendered.
Yeah. You'll have to read me what she says, because I can't see the chat.
For color, what about pink? She says.
Okay, I guess we can do pink. That's not one that I have him holding a pink umbrella, but I'd always assumed that it was, the royal umbrella, because the royals have pink. He can have pink. What? Ash is giving me this look like, just let him be pink! Okay. But none of his color palette is pink. It's red, yellow, and blue. Okay. Alright, he'll be pink.
We are being asked, how did the con go?
The con went so well. We met a lot of really cool people there.
It was really awesome. We stayed up late having fun with friends. It was good. I don't know if people understand what I just said. Friends.
Friends. That's not even Southern. That's just...
That was it was from high school. I don't even know why the hell it just fell out my mouth. I don't even know. I'm going to just reel myself back in. Everything is fine. Yikes. Anyway.
I'm an adult.
Here's Oscar's horse. What a good horse.
Oh, that is a lovely horse.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just how I imagined, like white with the spots. Dappled spots. Very handsome horse.
I like this horse.
I like it too.
Very good horse. Approve. Good job, Kelly.
I think this is only the third time I've drawn Sir Pedro, so it's not coming super quickly, but...
You should pull up the other picture, too.
This is the better one of the two, I think.
I like the original one a lot.
I think I'm just hurt because so many people misinterpreted the first one.
That might have also been my fault. Like, there was a lot that went on there. I think the text was a little misleading. People thought he was sinister.
They thought he was poisoning Sylvia, for God's sake.
God! He was not poisoning Sylvia.
I think it's maybe... Didn't you use the word, like, slips something into her drink? That's
it was
kind of
medicine.
a loaded... It doesn't matter, though. That's a really loaded phrase.
I know.
It's almost always used for poison. So
if I had it to do over, I would just take out that line and, have him give her some Gatorade or some shit.
Sir Pedro pours out of the shadows, shoves a pill into her mouth. I have your ibuprofen, he mutters suspiciously.
Come on. Laura's saying that actually the mug would look quite good because she's good at crafts.
Okay, well, how old is she in this? Alright. It can look great. I won't say anything. I don't know how to make it look like something a kid made who's actually good at art.
Mm. Six or seven. She's 6 or 7.
I've never met a 6-year-old who can make a really good guy. Not even me. We have a picture, the very first drawing I ever did that looked like something. Mm-hmm. My parents saved it, and I think they may still have it somewhere. But it was around winter time when I drew it, and I think I was maybe 4 years old. And I drew this picture that my parents saw me drawing it, and it looked like a dove. And they just flipped out, and they, snatched it away from me before I could ruin it. And I started crying and getting upset because it wasn't done. And apparently it looked just like a dove, like a really stylized, dove. But it was supposed to be a duck, and I had been preparing to draw, huge feet on it. And they were like, nope, it's perfect like this. And they made it into a Christmas card.
She says it would probably be something with autumn leaves because she loves them a lot.
Okay.
Autumn and Vermont would be really beautiful.
I have never imagined there's many trees in Vermont.
No, but the shoreline would be gorgeous. The mainland shoreline.
Mm-hmm.
So in the city proper, no, there's not a metric ton of trees.
Yeah.
And the ones that do exist, although he would see them, given his profession, more around the palace area. They wouldn't have them down the low streets.
How does the top of his hat look?
Let me find it.
Alright, you can find the original picture for me. Or don't like send me a link or anything.
I know.
Just tell me what the name is, and I'll look it up.
Okay. Lord have mercy. There's only like 15,000 instances of the word sister on this page. That was a stupid thing to search for, Ash. Okay. There's wrist. There's Oscar's silly hat.
Okay, so it is a lot lower down here.
Yeah.
It's more like... Keep it. Just a second.
2 feathers.
Small red one and a big. Okay.
And the big white one. Okay, this. Arlen Trow did this picture with some of your suggestions and stuff. It is a very pretty picture.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
I can't. Oh, there we go. How nice. Huh? What is this from, darling? An original. They say it's for a comic they're doing.
Cool. Does he look a lot like Jackson?
You've made him look a lot younger here than...
Yeah, before I had the picture open of the actor that he was inspired by, and I have just continually stylized him more and more like how I draw characters, rather than looking like the character he's supposed to resemble. Let me try to... It doesn't help that he already did have a lot of traits in common with Jackson, like these kind of eyes and stuff. A lot of the face shape is similar. I always have trouble drawing him.
Do you want me to pull up a picture of the original actor for you?
Well, at this point, I have to keep him on model with what I've already drawn, so I should probably just stick to drawing him from the picture I already drawn. Otherwise, he's going to end up looking like a different person in every drawing.
Oh, God. His face in other pictures looks longer.
Yeah, it might be that too. Well, not in this one. Not in the one I have open. It doesn't look longer.
Well, I mean...
Why am I drawing this when he's going to be holding tea in front of it anyway? Okay, so...
Laura asked, "Hey girls, no luck with Cookie's adoption?" No, we haven't, honestly, we haven't had time to try again. You know, we were away and then we got back and we well, Eleanor was feverishly working on the revamp, and I was busy, and then we had to leave for a convention, but now we're pretty well established back. So, yes, pretty soon we'll make another Tumblr post, and if we don't get any bites there, I think we'll maybe try reaching out again to the local organizations to see if they can help us.
It really would be a shame to put her in a shelter after all of the effort and everything, yeah.
It'd be way too dangerous to do that anyway. I mean, she's a black cat.
She's a black cat with a missing ear.
Yeah.
Although I think in her case the missing ear actually makes her more attractive to people. It's interesting. Also, she sticks out her tongue a lot, which is really cute. Makes me almost want to be like, I could keep you. And then I'm like, no. Too many cats.
Mm-hmm.
I have enough little bodies to trip over on the stairs. I don't need another one. I should have drawn him wearing gloves. Why didn't I design that? Gloves are great. I love uniforms with gloves. I'm remembering that story you told me.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, what? Oh.
You should tell.
No.
Okay, fine.
Too embarrassed.
It's not even an embarrassing story. It's just about how somebody was really impressed by Ash wearing gloves. Because they're sexy.
Mm.
Almost as sexy as that noise. Oh, I couldn't do it. I didn't have enough phlegm in my throat to make that noise.
That's really pathetic. You're Italian. You're supposed to be able to make noises.
Rolling your R's is not with phlegm. That's a.
I know, and I'm not even going to try.
Oh, that just reminded me of the time that I was really mean to this girl in daycare when I was in like 3rd grade. I was trying to get her to roll her R's, and I didn't realize that she couldn't even say R. Like she was the type of kid who would be like, I'm thirsty, I need some water. Uh-huh. And I was trying to teach her to roll her R's. And when I was like, it's like your tongue has to hit the front of your teeth, you blow air and it hits, it's like, you see, there's a percussion. And she would just be like, and I'm like, no, I got really frustrated. Oh, I thought I had some tea here, but I drank it already. Ew, what is that? It's an olive. There's an olive on the ground.
Gross.
Ew.
Jeez.
Ew. I'm more surprised that there's an olive on the ground and an animal hasn't eaten it yet.
That's also quite surprising.
They need to carry their own weight around here. But my first thought when I saw that black olive slice, I thought it was one of those millipedes from Hawaii.
Oh,
and I was like, no, they followed us here.
Oh, crap. I accidentally left the stream. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay, it's fine. It's not like exactly hard for you to go back into it.
Yeah. What's a spreader? What? think I must have missed the first message or something. But after I had a stutter, I forgot how I haven't ever read it. I think I missed something.
It's probably something to do with teeth. I don't know. Like braces?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, you're right. That makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been able to roll my R's, and believe me, it's not for a lack of trying where no one else could either see or hear me.
You have been able to roll your R's. Some people who don't grow up with a language that teaches you to roll your R's. They can only get it in a word, rather than holding it. But you can do it.
I mean, yeah, but I can't.
You can't.
No, I can't.
You can't rev up your motorcycle.
No, I can't.
Motorcycle. That was what our teacher in Spanish class had us do at the beginning of every class. And I was one of 2 kids in the entire class who could actually roll my R's. It was kind of sad. I'm sorry. It's just a whole class of kids speaking Spanish without rolling their R.
That's why they're starting at 101, Ellen. God. You have a request.
Roll up the rim to win. Roll up the rim to win. Oh, what was there was something you said I had to do for the next live draw. It was my Britney impression.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that something wasn't right? Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go.
I did a Britney impression in the car on the way to the con.
I was like crying.
Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know now, because
it's fun. Like I was saying in the car, Britney doesn't so much sing as like whine musically. Like it just sounds kind of like somebody complaining, but to a beat.
Mm-hmm. I-Z. I-Z.
It's very nasal.
Who's a good boy? He's a good boy. Your breath smells like carcasses. Yes, it does.
Now it's being recorded for posterity. Let me actually make sure that was recorded. Okay, yes, it was. I would be so upset if that wasn't. I'll just do it again. I'm also a fan of doing the Cher impression. Ash is looking at me like, don't you dare do it. What am I supposed to do? Sit around and wait for you? Well, I can't do that. There's no turning back. I'm so sad that you're leaving. It takes time to believe it. But after all we said and done, you're gonna be the lonely one. No! Do you believe in life after love? Another car song.
Laura asked a good question. Those bits of songs don't cause trouble with the YouTube copyright, do they?
No, because it's my voice. I don't think that I'm accurate enough for YouTube to mistake me for the original song.
Zeke, Mama's working.
I can slander Cher and Britney Spears all I want. It can't take me off the airwaves.
It's not slander.
I'm glad you guys like my impressions. I really like, who's that lady? she's Christina something, not Christina Aguilera, the lady who does the impressions while she sings, and she's saying, like, let it go as all these famous people.
I don't know what her name is, but YouTube does.
Mm-hmm. I want to do that. Like, if I couldn't draw, that's what you would find me doing for a living. I would be, like, invited to parties and stuff, and I would just impersonate all these other way more famous, talented people. But I really like her version of Let It Go, and where she starts it off singing like Adina, and she really exaggerates how Adina sings at the beginning.
It looks like I'm the queen.
I'm the queen.
I'm the queen.
Calandra said, any other car songs? No.
I'm all right. Ash is like crying.
No, not that one. Don't reveal my shame.
I'm singing it. It's okay. We could have pretended that it wasn't you who sings that one. It's a beautiful day, not a cloud in sight, so I guess I'm doing all right. Yeah, sometimes we get real southern in the car.
One of the playlists on my iPod is called Southern Shit, Y'all. No, really, like, Southern Shit, Y'all.
The tablet I'm using is an Intuos 4. It's a Wacom Intuos 4. It's a little bit out of date, but, you know, still works fine. I can't remember how many years ago I bought it, but it was when I was still in England, so it's been at least 3 or 4 years. Maybe even 5 years, actually. I think it's been more like 5. It served me well. Is his chin a little too pointy? I don't know about this. Oh yes, we saw that. I reblogged it.
Oh. I haven't been on Tumblr all day, so.
I reblogged it to the Sister Claire Tumblr.
Give me that bone.
That's a good theory.
A very good theory. Come here, Zeke. Give me that bone.
Don't make him run. That noise is probably really aggravating for anybody listening to this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We need to get his toenails clipped.
No.
Zeke, lay down.
Go on.
Lay down.
Go on.
If you bring him a blanket or something, he'll probably lay down and stop
Yeah, you're
walking
right.
around.
He's also antsy because he wants his dinner and he needs to walk.
Oh, he didn't get... Aw.
Not his evening walk, no. Not yet.
Zeke.
He's on it. It's only 8. Right after 8. It's not as late as you think. No, haven't on it yet. Do this.
Laura's asking if Catherine was good at swimming before she nearly drowned. Can I take that one?
Go ahead.
I don't know if you have a different headcanon, but I don't think Catherine has ever wanted to swim.
No.
But that, you know, the drowning certainly did not make her want to do it anymore.
I definitely think Catherine would have been okay learning to swim eventually had she not almost drowned. But...
Yeah, she could have learned to swim, and she would have been good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like Clementine is good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But she got terrified. She did not know how to swim when she drowned, and so that will be forever her association with the water, is being terrified and drowning.
Yeah. Like, she will tolerate getting in the water, but she certainly doesn't like it, especially if it's deep or has the potential to be deep.
Or has waves in it.
Yeah. Like...
Any kind of current, really.
Yeah, like a pond, she'd be fine.
You know, standing up to her knees, maybe. I don't think she'd even want to be, like, that deep in it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever imagine her really frisking about in any kind of body of water. I imagine, though, that when the twins were little, and when Claire was little, Catherine did play with them in the Abbey Pond some. But I don't think she swam. I think she splashed with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she let them swim.
Calandra asked why she didn't want to swim in the hot spring. I mean, I'm sure that was a tiny factor, but also she was possessed by Grimm, and that would have killed her. It would have literally killed her to go in the water.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah. Joe says, that makes her going in up to her waist to call out for Claire after Claire and the Shard were dragged under by Gabby's satyr.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a moment of pure panic for Catherine.
I had always imagined in my head that could she have swam out, she would have, even despite her fear, but I think she just couldn't go further than, like, her waist. Mm-hmm. I think her terror of the water kept her from throwing herself even further in.
Like, I think Catherine, like, I think she can swim. I don't think she's very good at it. And with Gabby already in the water, like, she's not going to be any better than Gabby.
I don't know if she can swim. Mm-hmm. Like, I imagine that there were many times that Gabby tried to teach her, tried to get her to learn, and tried to be like, if you just learn how, maybe you won't be so scared of it. And maybe she did try to teach her a lesson, and at one point Catherine just got too scared, and she was like, I can't do this anymore. Stop Stop bringing me out here. I'm just never going to go in the water, and it'll be fine. I'll live on an island forever.
Who would have been doing this?
Gabby. Oh. I think Gabby would have really wanted to get her to enjoy the water, and would have been like, if you just learn how to swim, then it won't be scary anymore. Mm-hmm. Your sister's really good at swimming, and she has antlers. Mm-hmm. She's got a lot of drag. She has to swim doggy paddle, but...
Oh, that's true. She would.
She swims doggy paddle and all the birds, like, ride on her. And she's like, you can just fly across the river. How are you doing this?
Laura said, Clementine has antlers. Does she float? Well, she doesn't have a lot of body fat at this point, so no, she doesn't float very easily. And later, she would actually be quite dense, so no. The Bloodsucker Proxy asks, Ash, did you two see Song of the Sea yet? You know, Elena watched it on the plane back from Hawaii, and I sort of watched it over her elbow while myself marathoning the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, I watched it on the plane, and I would really like to rewatch it with Ash not on a plane, because the roar of the airplane and me having to, like, jack the sound up so high was physically painful. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't enjoy any of the singing. Something about the way the sound was working on the airplane headphones or something made her singing just make it... I thought my ears were going to bleed. Like, it hurt to listen to her singing, and I know that was not the intent. So I really would like to re-listen.
It definitely looked like something that would be my jam. Mm-hmm. But I chose the Lord of the Rings movies because I wanted Sexy Dwarf King instead of a movie about seals that is really cute and should be appreciated with all of my senses in working order.
Oh, so did you see the part where he says, I will not part with a single coin?
Yeah, it's actually not Thorin who says that. I think he does in the last movie, but I have never seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen it either. I've just heard David talk about it so much, so I probably didn't do a very good impression. I'm doing an impression of David doing an impression.
Of Thorin doing an impression of Smaug.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, Calandra can't wait to see where we go with the next missing moment.
I hope you like it.
I hope you like it.
Let's see, though. Joe asks, could Claire swim, or did Catherine keep her away from deep water due to past traumas? Catherine certainly tried. Claire says, canonically in the comic, I think, that she's never seen more water than what's in a bathtub. That's actually not quite true.
She was just exaggerating a little.
Yeah, like
or maybe had forgotten about the pond.
She's been in the Abbey Pond before, and she can swim. Like, I think, just not well. She does, like, save Catherine later at one point, but that's not... I mean, you could argue that that's not actual physical swimming.
No, that was in Catherine's mind. It was kind of a metaphor for swimming.
Mm-hmm. But I will say this, like, Claire probably has more talent at it than Catherine. I think that's actually something... Maybe I'll do a live write about that at some point. But I think that's something that the other nuns would have insisted that Claire know. Maybe even Oscar would have kind of quietly taken it into her own hands.
I just had a thought now, but I want to tell you about it later.
Okay.
So in case we end up using it, it's not a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remind me, though, to talk about the swimming?
Yes, I can. Michaela asks, if Catherine is so afraid of water, how does that make her feel about summoning Gabby? Well, I mean, she doesn't hate getting wet, and I think her summoning Gabby, she tries not to do very often because she's worried about the effect, at least early on in the story, that Gabby will have on Claire, and also I think Catherine just feels really bad. Like, there's a lot of guilt there. There's a lot of out of sight, out of mind going on, which is kind of terrible to say to someone who's supposed to be your friend. But, yeah. Laura said, speaking of Claire, by now, I think it's safe to say The Thing was a fantastical fail attempt at keeping Claire's magic from her, isn't it?
What do you think?
That's a good question.
It clearly did fail.
Well, I think Laura might be talking about the haircut.
That, I know, but yeah. As you can see in the comic,
Yeah. And Laura said, I wonder if something happened to make it urgent to take her magic away.
That's a good question. What's up with that?
That wasn't a sexy Adama.
That was a sexy
was
Adama.
Shit!
You were like, oh my.
Maybe
and I'm like,
never. What a cute noise! It was supposed to be I'm going to shut up now, okay? I'm all embarrassed now.
oh my. Don't be shy. Step into the light. Don't be shy.
Cephalopod Queen said, maybe her situation at the Abbey was becoming so painful that the old pain she'd taken from purified shard cats was growing, and she would have expressed it as horns without intervention. That's an interesting thought. ...
I'm so bad at drawing mustaches. I never draw mustaches. And then stubble.
His chin looks small to me.
His chin looks small?
Like compared to the rest of his face. Is it me? It might be me.
I think it's you.
Excuse me.
Maybe it's not wide enough though.
Yeah, I think it's not quite white yet. That's better. Laura said, "Here's one thing I didn't get. The original plan was to get the pain out of Claire via Magical Baby, or the magic." Well, the thing is, they were both kind of twisted up in each other. The main thing, no, you'll find out. I can't. Why is it that every live stream I choke on my own spit?
Just get so excited.
They were interested in getting the thing out of her that would have caused her to grow horns. That's all I can say.
We can't fight another fight. We're gonna make it. You're my oasis. That song's been stuck in our heads for a really long time. I want to find a karaoke of it. Pretty soon, I want to record a couple karaokes for the first time in years. I just haven't really had a chance, but it's really fun. I like it. It's usually really hard to find a good karaoke version of a song I want to sing, though. Oh no, I'm saving over the green one. No thanks. I can't. I have ice cream sandwiches and draw at the same time, tragically.
Tragedy.
Oh, tragedy.
Gemologist asks, "Are you humming Panic at the Disco?"
Yes, I am. That's another song that's been stuck in our heads a lot. If you love me, let me go. 'Cause these words are knives that often leave scars. The fear of falling apart. Truth be told, I never was yours. The fear of falling apart. Zeke's tail is wagging while I sing. Hey Zeke, you like it when Mama sings to you?
Yes, he does. His tail, like, flipped out from under the blanket and was going...
Cutie pie.
Oh, Jesus.
I like the piano version that Ash showed me of that song the best. Oh.
something about his face. I don't know what it is.
It's not. He doesn't have his beard. That's why. I also haven't shaded his eyes or anything.
Oh, Laura asked, question. Does Olga know the Bright One was a Helsing? Oh, yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You decided this without...
No, I didn't. It's been, like, Olga's the one who transcribed all of Clementine's
that's-
old diaries. No, she knows. Well, not her diaries, but she... Not her diaries, but the journal of Leah. So, yeah, she knows. Plus, she met Clementine. Yeah, she knows.
Truth be told, I never was yours.
Cookie, do you have a death wish? You read Zeke's nose alone.
Drawing his stubble is really hard. Where's my star brush? Oh, maybe this is my stubble brush. It's not quite the same. No, this is my snow brush. Here's my star brush. It'll do for stubble.
Oh.
Hey, Cookie. Cookie.
Ow, 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 ow. Claws and thigh. Claws and thigh. Jesus.
Cookie, speak.
Cookie. 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 She's too busy wanting to get love. So.
What do you mean he's crooked? Oh, he's tilting his head. It's fine. I'm drawing stubble on his hat now. His hat needs to shave. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. It's because Pedro always kind of gives me trouble. He's a troublemaker.
He's precious. Oh, someone asked what Cookie was doing to warrant having a death wish. She was clawing at my dog's nose.
And he went...
Yeah. She loves to attack him when he's under a blanket, and he is never pleased by this development.
Sometimes he makes really screamy noises at her for it.
I don't want her to work. Excuse me.
Anybody have any questions or anything?
Nope.
I
No.
feel bad not talking. For all
Oh.
the people who like to listen to this while they work.
Kalandra just asked.
She just asked.
Hey. Asked. So, Ash, Yamina, how are you doing? You go first, baby.
I'm doing pretty good. It's cold. Wish it wasn't.
I'm quite lovely because this morning at 5:35, in the darkness, my phone buzzed and I looked at it, and it was my university sending me a text telling me, "Hey, you don't gotta come to work today." And I was like, "Great!" Turns off alarm, goes back to sleep for several hours. Going to cons is a lot of fun, but here's the thing about pretty much any hotel bed ever. Like, you're just not going to sleep well on it because you're in an unfamiliar place, and maybe you're too hot, or you're too cold, and the mattress is a slab, or it's too soft and you're sinking into it and you can't breathe. And, you know, we also stayed up pretty late every single night we were at the con. Last night we drove back. Our drive was only supposed to be 4 hours. It ended up being closer to 5.5 to 6 because of bad weather and snow and stuff. We had to go very slow toward the end of it. And the highway was down to 1 lane. So that was that. So by the time we got home, we were really, really, really tired. Kalandra wants to know who drove. Me! It was me. Elena can drive, but she was busy being our DJ. Also, she's not as used to driving as I am, so I feel better if I'm driving in bad weather. If we're going to ever have her drive in snow, we'll do it on a closed course, like in our neighborhood, where she can't kill everybody.
I have driven in snow. I'll have you know. I drove you to work and then I drove back by myself.
Oh, that's true, yeah. You see, you did fine.
Yeah.
But on a highway going a lot faster, I think we were both more comfortable with me being behind the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not that confident driving in snow myself because here in North Carolina, at least where we live, we don't get it very often. And believe me, pretty much the entire middle to coastal area of the state just loses its shit most profoundly when there is anything white on the ground. Like, we don't have the infrastructure here to deal with it. We just don't. And everyone holes up inside and hopes the power doesn't go out and they buy all the bread and water out of the supermarkets. But I was very happy to not have to go to work today. I spent the day relaxing and riding with a friend and cuddling with my wife and eating pizza. And going grocery shopping. That was the most mundane thing of all of it.
I did something kind of exciting today. After years of being discouraged and not wanting to try being girly for fear that I would fail epically at it, I tried putting some makeup on. And I looked at a lot of tutorials and reviews of stuff online. And I think I did a pretty okay job, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. You look lovely.
I came downstairs in slow motion down the staircase in my ball gown. And time slowed down. I can never hear the word ball gown anymore without thinking of Glenda going, "A beautiful ball gown," and then going, "Ball gown." Ball gown. I'll just wear the frock, it's pretty. But in my head, I always pronounce it ball gown.
I'm going ice cream sandwich in my mouth. It's so cold in there.
Don't squirt ice cream out your nose. It's very unladylike. Ashley.
Excuse me. should give him some.
Okay, Pedro's done, I think.
What you think, Laura?
Wow.
Oh God, I wonder that's dizzying. It just did it on my screen. It's like.
I'm glad.
Oh, you forgot the steam.
Oh, okay. Let me get to that. Oh yeah, I also forgot the. Oh my God, how horrifying!
The what? The what was horrifying? Ah!
We need to get her fixed really soon.
I know. I'm waiting for another clinic to come round.
Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, she was just all over me yesterday, like all over me. Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about the kitten, of course. I am not talking about some random girl.
I know. I wasn't upstairs that long, for God's sake. Oh, the one drawer asked, so this occurred in my mind, and I don't know if this has been said, but in the case of Lupo's and Hanabi's magic, are they both similar to one another since they both have a fiery aspect about them, or are they completely different? Hanabi's magic is more light-based, like Lupo's is fire, like...
They are, but yeah, I think it is safe to say they're related.
Yeah.
It's not the exact same kind, but it's... Lupo's is also... It's more of like a spark, but he uses it for light as well. And Hanabi's, if it had to be compared to an element rather than fire, it would be more like electricity, I think.
Yeah, like in the live write, the longest one I ever did, that thing is like 50 pages. I'm curious now. I gotta go look at it. How long is that stuff? Light after how long are you? Okay, 48 pages. Whoa. Okay, yeah. But in that one, her power is described as her being able to give, like, light weight.
So, like, her power is essentially making lightsabers.
Light shapes of light. Yeah.
Lasers.
Yes.
She has laser powers.
Fine.
Does that mean that she could give people eye surgery?
I think she'd be a lot more likely to blast their eyes out with her skull by accident. No.
She sees Olga with her glasses. Hey, you want me to fix that for you?
Oh.
Is Sarah Dubs here yet?
I don't believe she is.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Should we draw her thing another time?
Maybe we should try. Like, she said she would be here soon. Do you want to do a doodle of something else first? Like, it doesn't have to be involved.
Well, I don't know, because kind of wanted to make some tea and stuff. I could just take a little break and stop recording.
Okay, yeah.
So that the YouTube streams will get to watch me drawing something a little more polished,
Oh, Calandra said, Steven Universe fan art, please.
Okay, maybe I'll maybe do some doodles in a little bit, but for now I'm gonna, if you're watching this on YouTube, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and check out the rest of our videos. And if you're watching this in a stream, stay tuned. I will do a couple little doodles while we wait for Sarah and I make some tea.